Hi there. How can someone invest 5 million Kenya shillings in Kenya? It doesn't have to be exactly 5 million. It could be whichever significant amount of money someone has. How do you go about investing? And by the way, if you don't know, I always talk about investing is because investing is the only true conduit towards you being able to build wealth, for you to be able to work towards obtaining financial freedom, and for you to live the kind of life you desire. No one out there is able to get amount of money through employment income which is going to make them comfortable. The game plan is for you to invest over time so that you achieve the lifestyle you want and also obtain financial freedom. And of course, in Kenya, we have seen different people out there who have money. Talk about, for example, we've seen different sports personalities out there, politicians, business people out there making money to insane amounts. Even others are millionaires, others are billionaires. So if you have good amount of money, how do you go about investing? And by the way, you need to invest as soon as today. And I'm saying so because we've all seen how the economy is. The economy is getting dire by the day. There isn't lots of money in the economy. The country is grappling with huge amounts of debt, okay? Unemployment is increasing and so forth. This tells you you need to caution yourself. Whether you are in full-time employment or you are in business, ensure you caution yourself by actually investing, diversifying, and then over time, you're gonna be able to continue making money. The game plan is for the money to work for you, not you to continue working for money. Make the money you have work for you through investing. How does someone make money to work for them? You need to understand that actually there are those investments out there through which you can be able to make money work for you, but also there are others which you need to continuously work for money. To give you an example, if you open a business, whether it is a small retail business, whether it is a wholesale business, you name it, through this essentially, you're gonna continue working each and every day because you are working for the money. But the bigger plan is for you to make money work for you. And here are the 5 ways you can make your money work for you. Of course, behind the scene, it is people working for you to assist you make money, but the basic of it that your money is working for you. You aren't really going out there working each and every day for you to be able to make money, and it isn't that strenuous per se, okay? The very first way is you jumping in real estate. Guys, real estate is very massive, and actually real estate, you're talking about both land and buildings out there. For example, residential units out there, whether it is individual house units, apartments, you name it. For example, commercial units out there, whether you're talking about malls, commercial stores, you name it. Whether it is even other forms of real estate out there. Guys, the demand for real estate is increasing in Kenya by the day. And I'm saying so because we've all seen the increase in population of the country, the increase in urbanization. This tells you the demand for real estate is going to continue increasing. Whether it is where people live, where people do businesses at, where people store goods, for example, warehouses and so forth, all these are real estate property units which actually going to give you insane amounts of money. Think about it. And I'm pretty sure you've actually seen this even from where you live. Someone came a few years ago there, bought a piece of land which has commercial viability. Just in 2 years, 3 years, or even 5 years, that piece of land, with regards to its value, it has already doubled or even tripled. That is how insane investing in real estate is. Once you earmark a real estate piece with upward propensity with regards to making more money or even increasing in value, don't hesitate. Jump on it. Whether it is land or even buildings, jump on it and be sure over time this particular investment is going to work for you, because you won't really need to be there active each and every day for you to be able to see its value increase. Automatically, real estate is going to increase in value, and this is going to tell you you can be able to make higher amounts of money over time. And then the second way you can invest a good amount of money in Kenya and be able to make huge returns is through you investing in bonds. Bonds are essentially a way governments out there, municipalities, and also companies out there borrow money from the public. And of course, they do borrow this money is most of the times conditional. For example, infrastructure bond, okay? To give you an example, a good number of roads built in Kenya. Even an example of Thika Superhighway was actually partly built through the government of Kenya financing through floating infrastructure bond. And through these, we're seeing these infrastructures coming to reality. And the economic fortunes of these infrastructures actually calls for the investors to also benefit from returns coming from these particular investments out there. That's why you can look to jump on bonds and be able to also make your money work for you. Also, bonds annually bring in different interests. But one thing you need to know is that actually the return on bonds out there is quite low compared to returns in the stock market. Notwithstanding, most of the times bonds have lesser risk compared to stock market returns, okay? And the economic principle out there is the higher the risk, the higher the return. So choose what you want to go with, but understand that actually bonds are much safer because you can be able to make money. More so, those bonds affiliated to the government units out there. And with 5 million Kenya shillings, assuming we're talking about a bond which pays 10% interest annually. Guys, we're already talking about you making 500,000 Kenya shillings each and every year. How good is that? Okay? And then the third investment you can do with a good amount of money out there is you jumping in stock market, purchasing shares or stocks or different companies out there. For example, in Kenya, you can purchase shares of different companies out there through the Nairobi Securities Exchange, the NSE, which has listing upwards of 65 companies. And through these, you can be able to also purchase shares of whichever company out there, whether it is in financial services, commercial and services out there, banking sector, you name it. All these are possible sectors in the NSE through which you can invest. Of course, you're going to need a central depository account, and also you might need a brokerage for you to be able to purchase given shares out there, more so if you're beginning out. But no, this is a good investment over time. And I'm saying so because on average, globally, stock markets out there have an annual growth of about somewhere between 7% to 10% each and every year. This is a good amount of income for you to make, most through these dividend returns, given you aren't actively working for it. You have already invested the initial amount of money, and then you're going to be getting returns over the years without you sweating. In essence, companies are out there working for you, and given you are part ownership of these companies, you are entitled to also benefit from these returns on stock markets, and even beyond that, dividends payout. That is how marvelous it is. But remember, investing in stocks is more risky than investing in the bonds markets. Okay? And then the fourth way through which you can also look to jump into investing is through you investing in mutual funds. What are mutual funds? Guys, mutual funds are actually those kind of investment entities out there, investment companies which put money on basket of different investments. For example, they could jump on 10 bonds, 10 stocks, and so forth, and have money investment in this particular basis. And by the way, for most mutual funds out there, they aren't listed in these particular trading houses, like for example the Nairobi Securities Exchange, but that notwithstanding, they are actually viable investments because they are the kind of investments which are assisting you reduce your risk and actually try the best they can to assure you of a return. Of course, with that, through employing portfolio concept, it means that actually your return over time won't be as high as the returns in the stock market, but you're gonna get a good reasonable return. Even if it's 3% annually, 4% annually, still this is a return which is money you're getting, which you haven't had to work hard for it, and you were not planning to get in the first place. So mutual fund entities out there are actually working to assist you invest your money through baskets of investing and actually utilizing portfolio concept to reduce the risk while also increase the possibilities of earning. And in Kenya, we have different mutual funds out there. For example, All Mutual, which has been in this space for quite some time and is assisting people out there do investment through different investment entities out there. And then the fifth and other investment where you can look to jump into more so for those relating to assets or real estate out there is you investing in unit trusts. What are unit trusts? Guys, unit trusts are pooling of resources out there which assist you become part ownership of something which you'll nevertheless not be owning because of funds constraint. For example, unit trusts out there come together to put, for example, money to purchase real estate, and then through these purchases, they are actually purchasing real assets. These particular people who finance these particular unit trusts are effectively part ownership of this real estate in proportions, which I think is awesome because this is an element of fractional ownership, which goes a long way. And by the way, some unit trusts out there are listed in different trading platforms out there, unlike mutual funds. For example, we have REITs listed in Nairobi Security Exchange. Those are the real estate investment trusts out there, which are part of unit trust in real estate space. Guys, those are the 5 ways you could go about investing money and having money work for you. Alternatively, 2 bonus ways you can also invest money, but this requires for you to work a bit more hard and also require for you to be connected with very little return, is maybe even through you opening a business or holding your money in a fixed deposit account. Those could also be options, but for a business, it's gonna call for you to work hard day in, day out to get your business running, to establish systems so that over time you can be able to make awesome amounts of money. What do you all think about these business ideas I've talked about? These investment techniques you can go about utilizing for you to be able to make money over time. In other words, make your money work for you. Thanks a lot for watching this video. I look forward to share with you other awesome videos next time. Bye bye, and you all take care.